the trading view and YouTube. So let's see how it goes. Right, so we are connected to Facebook and trading view. Is both is connected.
Right. Okay.
All right, so yes, we are live. We are live from XSocio Markets, and yes, we are streaming through Facebook, TradingView, and YouTube. We are going for more audience, right? Especially for our late night shows with Brian every Wednesday. So, of course, so how are you, Brian? Good, everything
Yeah,
good?
of course, doing good. Doing awesome back here as usual. And of course, can't wait to share with you guys today every single Wednesday. We are back here again. Always show up. So that is why we are here to actually educate our clients and also new people who recently joined us. And what is cryptocurrency about? What is the current economic situation? And how far Bitcoin can go, right? And then of course, for those people who are new to cryptocurrency, whether it's digital asset or forex, here in Social, we provide you the best trading platform for you to actually start. Right? If you are new, you can be able to subscribe to us with a trading account. You can deposit as low as $30 and you get a bonus of $30 in order for you to start trading. Right? And social markets offer you $30 bonus for the first time when you deposit, right? When you open an account with us. So this is the benefit that you'll be getting. And of course, for social markets, we provide you not only cryptocurrency, but we do have like forex trading, right? We do have oil, gold, commodity. Okay, so these are all the financial instruments that social markets provide for clients like this, right? For people like you and me as well. All right, so back to you, Shah, and you want to introduce our topic today?
Yeah, so we have four topics and one analysis, right? So as usual, and so we have this. The first topics will be why we must get hardware wallet if you are into cryptos, and the second topic is why is Bitcoin supply limit set to 21 millions, right? So does it enough 21 million supply for the whole global markets? And the third, Malaysian. Okay, this one is very interesting for the Malaysian Islamic Council. So we have the Malaysian regulators, the Shariah advisory is allows digital assets trading and also investment. And this is, I think, a lot of people need to hear this topic, right? And then the fourth is what is DeFi? DeFi, is it? Decentralized finance. All right. So DeFi. Okay. So yes, let's move on to our first topic.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen. So hope everyone can see if there's any lagging, anything, so do inform.
Yes, so especially the audios, if anybody can hear us, very important.
Yeah, I just share my screen here. Right? Okay, so let's check whether Facebook is here. Right? Everything is on, everything is smooth. Then I will proceed.
So we double check before we continue. I think should be fine. Anyway, we are recording the. Let me check one more time. All right. So yes, I think it should be okay. Just continue. Anyway, we are recorded, and we can post this video.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'm not going to waste any more time because we already did. Now it's already 10:40. So the first main topic that I want to highlight, right, especially for new partners, new users to cryptocurrency, and of course for those people who already invested in cryptocurrency, where do you store your crypto? Where do you hold your cryptocurrency? This is the most important thing for every hodlers and crypto investor, because you'll be buying a lot of asset, but you tend to leave it probably at the exchange or probably at the P2P wallet, right? And then you leave it. Right? And then, because we have many cases where exchanges got hacked in the last few years, especially during after the halving. Like Binance is one of them. I think it's 2017, not mistaken. So they got hacked. And then what happened is that some of the client funds got stolen. And then Binance had to actually pay them back through their pocket, pay the investor and also those crypto traders through their pocket. So that's why right now many exchanges easy to transact using this wallet, right? And vulnerable to hacks. So they are quite dangerous, quite fragile. Right? This is the pro and con here. The cons here is easily to get hacked. Right? So exchange wallet, mobile wallet, desktop wallet, example of hot wallet. Right? That you're holding right now, online wallet. That is called hot wallet. Now, cold wallet here you can see crypto that's not connected to the internet. Wallets they are not connected to the internet, right? So it's totally offline. You're keeping the coins offline that actually prevents hacking attempts. Right? Paper wallet, example of cold wallet. The idea is that you want to store in a way that you want to secure your assets securely without being exposed to hackers. Okay? So this is one of them. Alright. So this is the hardware wallet, and also you can see these are the biggest threat, right, for cryptocurrency. 5.93% physical attack by theft, right? 66.3% remote attack, and then the rest of it is 27.78%. So you can see in the crypto space, there are a lot of potential hackers who are trying to break into exchange. So exchange is like banks; they were trying to get the most out of exchange. So many traders, cryptocurrency holders are the main primary target. Right? So why would hackers want to go for one individual that they can hack straight away to the exchange? Just like banks, why would the robber want to steal your money that they can go straight to the bank and rob one shot? So that's what hackers are doing right now. They're actually hacking the exchange. So it's quite dangerous when you store your crypto that way. Okay? Now, so currently right now the best wallet you can go for is Ledger. Alright, so Ledger is one of the cold wallet that you can actually store your crypto. Right? It's something like a pen drive.
Okay.
Right? It's a plug and play USB pen drive. Okay, this one is from Europe actually. It's from France. Alright, production facility in Malaysian, France. Right. So recently I also just bought a few of these Ledger, right, including me and my client also. Right. So you can see that currently right now, this is the hardware wallet. It's called Ledger Nano S. For this company, they have two products. One is Nano S, one is Nano X. Okay, so the basic feature is called Nano S. Right, the very basic feature. Actually, you can see right now I'm holding this Nano S. Okay, so this is the device that you need to get. Right, so you can actually go to the website ledger.com. So the price range is about RM close to 300 ringgit. So although it's quite expensive, but of course if you take a look at your investment, the investment is much carry heavy weight, right? Then you're exposed to high vulnerability to hackers. So you might want to get this if you are heavy invested in crypto. Alright, so Nano S is actually a very basic storage for you to keep cryptocurrency. Okay, you can store up to more than 1,100 coins inside this cold storage wallet, hardware wallet. It is a plug and play. Okay, so of course this one you also have to be careful because many outside they are also selling imitation Ledger Nano. So it's best to go directly to their own homepage, Ledger Nano or shop.ledger.com. Okay, so you can actually go to the page and immediately do an online purchase there. Okay, so this is Nano S, and of course they will have recovery phrase as well for you to put in the password, 24 password. So in case if you lost this device, this is the only way to recover. This paper is for you to recover your asset. If someone steals or if that device is missing, this hardware wallet missing, you keep it safe and secure. So these are the ones. And they won't have pros and cons as well. What is the benefit of using? What is the downside of using? All right. So the second one is called Ledger Nano X is actually an additional feature. It's just like an upgrade, enhanced version. Right? It's a version 2.0 from the Nano S. But additional wise, this one only you can use for Bluetooth. All right, you can actually synchronize with your phone, right, via Google Android or iOS. Right, compared to the previous Nano S, you can only directly through your PC. Okay, so that's why it's a bit expensive for this one. All right, so basically the function serves the same purpose. Okay, just like a pen drive, you can see exactly the same. Okay? This stores the same amount of crypto as well. Right? So these are the supported coins. It's the same thing. It's just that this one you pay an additional premium for this one. It's because of the Bluetooth and you can synchronize with your phone. Okay? So that is Ledger Nano. That is their product. Right? A very user friendly. You can actually buy and play and how you can actually store. Right? They allow you to install what are the assets that you have. You can actually install it and then you can be able to transfer. From, let's say, from Bureau.com, transfer to Ledger Wallet. Right? We have a receiving address here, so you can transfer. Okay? So these are the step-by-step how they actually do it. Open Bitcoin app.
If you transfer to your hardware, does it charge any fees?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course, they will charge fees, the standard fees, yes, right? Sending funds, receiving funds. Okay? There they have a QR code also. So you can be able to transfer here. Right? We have a receiving address transfer. Okay, so that is the basic. Okay, now the second hardware wallet here is called Trezor. Trezor is a competitor to Ledger Nano. Okay, also in Europe, and of course this one is built by Satoshi Lab, on the company. Right, I also recently purchased one of them to compare, which is good. But end of the day, is both also have their own advantage. Right, both also stores about 1,000 over crypto, 1,000 over coin. Okay. So you can see this is the Trezor, right? Trezor wallet. Okay, we have two types of function here, two types of model. Trezor, one is the basic. Okay, this is how it looks like. So for those people who are new, you can actually go to their website, right? Like Trezor.io, shop.trezor.io. You can be able to purchase. You can even compare, right? Do a comparison. Which one you want to buy, right? So yeah, like this one is their website. So it's Ledger Nano. People who have Ripple. Okay? But for other coins, most of it you have mostly supported all the ERC token, Ethereum token. Okay? So these are their pros and cons. Alright. So everything you can search, you can compare. And then this is the Trezor key. Pretty much similar like the Nano X. Okay? Same thing, you will have your packaging, your box. Alright, so what is the difference compared to Model T and Model 1? Basically, you can able to store Ripple and of course the better enhanced like Bluetooth and stuff like that. Additional added technology. Right, you can synchronize with your phone. Alright, you can even check, you can even synchronize, you can even check your crypto assets through your phone by using the Trezor app. Okay, so you can see this is the advantages of having the hardware wallet. Okay, so best hardware wallets, keep two. There is also another one. So there are many hardware wallets that you can actually choose which is much more preferable. But out of these wallets, most of the user friendly is Ledger Nano. Mostly people buy Ledger Nano. Okay, so Key is founded in 2015. Okay, so this is the US. Pretty much the same. But end of the day, it's your decision what kind of hardware that you want. Right? Compare the price also, you can see, right? It's very competitive. Okay, so it serves the same purpose. It's whether how an individual want it or not. right? So we even have the conclusion of the best hardware wallet. So everything on here, how they compare, what is the price. So you can see overall the price for Ledger Nano S is the cheapest, right? And most likely is user friendly. Ease of usage is limited. So it's very good for those people who are new to get Ledger Nano S. Okay, so you can be able to start off with this one for those people who are new. Okay, so this is a good start, right? For those people who want to buy, want to keep, right? And of course, even though if you don't know how to use it as a tutorial for get started for first time, because first time must be very complicated, right? A lot of technical things that they don't understand, right? You have to synchronize this and that, you have to enter your PIN, you have to write down the 24 password, please. So that is the main thing, because you need to store that password somewhere safe. You cannot take photo, you cannot store digitally, right? So that is basically the best hardware wallet that I can be able to suggest to you. Okay, you can be able to compare yourself with these three hardware wallets, or three brands. Okay, so with that, I will end this point number one. Now heading to the next one. What do we have?
So the next one will be the Bitcoin supply limit to 21 million. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of people have been asking why Bitcoin only supply limit only to 21 million.
Okay.
So if you want to compare with Bitcoin to our fiat money, so fiat money you have to understand why they print unlimited supply. Right? There is no proper backing.
Okay.
And that Federal Reserve can just print out of thin air. So when you can't buy with this kind of technology, right, a brand new asset class like Bitcoin, we have proven to not only the financial institution but the whole world that this is real money, this is real asset, and that is why you have only 21 million supply. And then after that, you will no longer continue to supply again. Alright, so let's break it down. What is really happening? Why Bitcoin supply really set to 21 million? Okay, so in brief, Bitcoin was designed so that there is a finite supply of 21 million. One explanation for the phenomenon is the money supply replacement theory. So they actually try to replace the money with the fiat currency. That is why Bitcoin is battling against the Federal Reserve and also the global banking system. Okay, an alternative suggestion is that the limit could be mathematically extrapolated from Bitcoin's operating parameters. Alright, like many other crypto, Bitcoin was designed around the piece of finance supply. So basically focusing more on restricting the supply instead of oversupplying. Alright. So you can see in Bitcoin's case, the upper limit was set by creator Satoshi Nakamoto. He is completely anonymous. We don't know whether it's a guy or girl because until now we do not know who is actually the true creator of Bitcoin, because this name is also anonymous or proxy. Okay. So for another cryptocurrency, this cap can vary considerably, ranging as low as 18.9 billion for Monero, dash as high 100 billion less of Ripple Tron. Now you see this is the money supply replacement. By limiting its maximum supply, slowing the rate at which new Bitcoin comes in existence, Satoshi declared each individual Bitcoin unit to appreciate value over time. Alright? So you can see this email purportedly shared between Nakamoto and Bitcoin Core contributor Mike Craig. Satoshi reasoned that 21 million coins were used by some fraction of the world economy. Okay, 0.001 BTC could be worth around 1 euro. This prediction came true back in 2013 when Bitcoin first broke through 1,000 euro price point today. Alright, so you can see huge potential, and also why there is a huge backing for this Bitcoin as the true currency, right? As the true digital asset. And of course, we're talking about money of the future, so this is it that we are looking at. Okay, so Satoshi compared the price of Bitcoin to the euro with some simple mathematics, indicate he may have much grander vision for Bitcoin. Right? Better explaining why the 21 billion decimal figure was chosen. Okay, so he's even mentioning that the entire world money supply stood at approximately 31 trillion at that point. Right? So this figure known as M1 money supply is made up total of value of all the physical money in the world, including cash. So that's the reason why Satoshi Nakamoto purposely actually choose 21 million, right? When he look at 21 trillion of money supply is being around, right, printed around the world, total supply, all right? So you can see the value of all the physical money in the world, including cash, coin, travelers, check. Okay? So you can see if Bitcoin were to grow to become the single world currency, replacing all those that the M1 figure is comprised of each, this will be worth more than 1 million. Okay? So because there are 100 million Satoshi in each Bitcoin, this would replace the value of each Satoshi at 0.01 cent. Alright, so there's a lot of explanation why is this Bitcoin capped at 21 million. Right? Why is the reason? Why do they want to do that? So that's why they have mining, they have every blocks that each miner that are working hard for it to actually solve that algorithm. Right? They'll be looking at parameters, right, to control Bitcoin supply also. So that's why it becomes clear that the 21 million Bitcoin allows that the net potential blocks are mined. So miners are involved, people who are actually buying and trading Bitcoin also involved. And that's why you have the kind of mathematics algorithm that actually have that backing for that 21 million supply. Right? Bitcoin paid out to miners as block rewards decrease over time as the maximum supply approaches peak. Okay, so that's one of the few reasons why Bitcoin capped at 21 million. Alright, that is why mathematically and we have the kind of algorithm comes into place. That's why it makes sense. That's why many billionaires and also people who are familiarized with this blockchain system, they know that this is very, very good and genuine and it's very transparent. Right? You cannot be able to overprint, oversupply, overmine. You know there's only 21 billion. Right? So there's not a lot of things happening, right? Why is this happening? And of course, you can see Bitcoin core code currently adjusts the mining difficulty. Every time when there's a halving happens, the mining difficulty gets even harder. Okay, and then you need a new software, new gadget, right? A new device for you to mine again. Okay, so that is what is happening. Right? Based on this picture, total of 210,000 blocks should be mined each 4-year cycle. Right? After which the block is halved. First cycle saw 50 BTC minted per block. This was halved to 25 in 2012, and then again 12.5 in 2016, followed by this year halving sits at 6.25 BTC per block. So in every 4 years it will cut into half and half. So that is the reason why Bitcoin became so important to the financial world and also the blockchain ecosystem. Alright, that is the reason why Satoshi has also set the limit to 21 million. Alright, so I hope you guys have get the news, and also you can also read up this news, this article. Okay, so it's actually a good start for those people who are. Why is it set to 21 million?
Yeah, so what is going to happen after 21 million?
So there will be no more supply, no more, I believe, no more mining already.
Alright.
That will be 2024, not mistaken. I think it's going to finish mining. Once done the mining, and then that's it. And then Bitcoin will be circulating among exchanges, among financial institutions, and they will be traded among each other. And as years goes by, Bitcoin will become even more scarce in terms of how important is it, how massive the adoption will be. So that by that time, that's why a lot of analysis will be predicting all those kind of huge gains, 100,000, 300,000, all kinds of crazy price. Right? Once after this has been minted 51 million coin out there. Right? So that concludes point number 3. Okay? And so for number 3 will be quite interesting.
Yep, this is Islamic talk.
Yeah, this is also another good news, especially for our country and our fellow Muslim friends here.
I think
so today this is the third topic called Malaysian regulators Shariah advisory council allow digital asset trading. So you can see this is a huge boost in the crypto space in Malaysia.
Yeah, so we will have
for those for you and your Muslim friends, now you can be able to go through this article and see that the Malaysian authority oversees compliance with Islamic law. finance has permitted digital asset trading. So this is a huge green light for everyone in Asia. They can be able to trade crypto freely. Right? So, see in a landmark announcement, our SC, Securities Commission, Malaysia Shariah Advisory Council, declared that digital asset trading was permissible. It means they are allowed to trade without any obligation. Okay? So you can see the SC Shariah was resolved that in principle that it is permissible to invest and trade digital currency and token on registered digital asset exchanges. So those that actually regulated from Security Commission like Ludo.com, Optimize, and then Synergy, these are the three exchanges we can be able to start trading with. Right? So you can see a lot of massive adoption coming in with this huge news. You'll see a lot of regulations from
there will be more.
Also will come in. We'll learn more. Okay, so a way forward for the Malaysian crypto space. Alvin Chua, the founder of Synergy, first Malaysian digital asset exchange, approved by Malaysia Securities Watchdog, at Gold Telegraph. Announcement ban exchange signals more than 60% of Malaysian are Muslim. So you can see most of the crypto traders are Muslim, right? And then he added, Malaysia is aiming to be the hub of Islamic finance and fintech. And then this announcement does clear the many ambiguities still tied to digital asset. So huge news. So I believe Shah and of course your fellow Muslim friends, I believe they should be start coming in already. They should not think twice anymore. They should actually get to know what is cryptocurrency, digital asset. It's time to look forward in this.
Yes, right.
The future, digital asset, right?
Hopefully, forex.
So future further explaining exactly here. There's a lot of people who are in the forex industry, right? So I believe it's time to actually learn something new, which is the digital asset, right? So this is a brand new asset class, a very low market cap. This is a time to actually get a hit. Okay, so you can see further explaining the stance of Sharia Advisory Council regarding digital asset. Currently, all regulated digital assets are legal. Right? So there you go, green light has been given. Okay, you have Synergy token Udo for you to start trading, start buying the assets, start saving and keeping. Okay, this is a right thing to do right now, especially this year. Okay, so that is point number 3.
Yeah, not to forget, we also can trade in XSocio Market.
Of course, social market is also priority right now. We do offer you a good benefit in terms of trading spread and execution. Right? Okay, so now the next topic, the fourth one, right?
Yeah, so decentralized finance. So what is it about? So
correct. So we talk about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, there are many categories, many fields. Right? We talk about blockchain. Blockchain has so many. Because the last time I knew it was Block FI. It's called blockchain finance. Right now they're having this new field. It's called DeFi. It's called decentralized finance. So when you talk about blockchain, there are so many areas that you need to focus. And you have to keep up also what is really happening in the crypto space. So of course technology keep changing and it's so rapid that you have to keep up what you will be left out. So what is decentralized finance all about, or known as DeFi? Why is it the hot topic now? Everyone is into this. Okay? So you can see, right, a new movement is pumping oxygen into the cryptocurrency industry. Right, it's called DeFi, short for decentralized finance. Right? It's a notion that crypto entrepreneurs can create traditional financial instruments in the decentralized architecture, okay, outside of companies and government control. Right? So allows you to do transaction without the restriction from governments, without restriction from people, third party. Right? So this is why we are actually doing that. Bitcoin and Ether are the original decentralized finance application, what are controlled by large network of computers, non-central authority. And so many investors use Bitcoin and gold to store value to protect against inflation, while Ethereum has been instrumental and controversial in helping startups cut on their operation. So every coin serves a different purpose. Okay? but newer apps are dominating the DeFi conversion, the stable coin. So many stable coins right now are coming up, the USDT, USDC, right? Like when we spec one USD to one USDT or DAI, we call it, right, a stable coin. So DAI is a Bitcoin-backed digital token that is a global currency, touchable by central bank. Unlike Bitcoin, it is value pegged to the USD. Okay, so recently there's a crypto called Compound. It's a crypto version of money market fund. Current price right now is 200 plus. Okay, we actually surpassed Ethereum's price. Okay, so a lot of new coins coming out because of DeFi. Right, some coins serve as decentralized finance. What is the main purpose? To actually make sure that your funds are being kept secure when you transfer. Right? So there are many terms of it, right? So what is the main goal? The main goal here is to reconstruct the banking system for the whole world in this open, permissionless way. So there is no restriction. Okay. So let's say you can see managing partner at Dragonfly capital 100 million crypto fund. You only get that shot every 50 years. Alright, so you can see Salia Dash Fund, a partner of Bain Capital Ventures, who leads the fund's crypto investment. Means people first became interested in DeFi because they have a Libyan streak. They like that they can build censorship resistant product. Okay, so everything is all about decentralized censorship, right? More to privacy, and of course the most powerful effects of DeFi application, right, will take shape over the long term. And also mentioning Venezuela, where steep drop of prices and poor government policies like printing vast amount of money have crushed the economy, with inflation exceeding 1 million% last year. So you can see central banks are just people and people make mistakes. And then decentralized finance can make our financial system more transparent, more resilient, and less fragile. So you can see all these blockchains, they are heading to an era where we're getting even much more interesting and also much more secure for both parties, between people like us and also those people who are offering this service. So the main goal is to actually getting away from central banks, getting away from government, and from getting huge, massive restriction from this kind of people who have power. So with this DeFi and with this blockchain solution, I believe we have the holding power. The power is in our hands rather than the government or central bank. Okay, so that is the reason why DeFi is so hot right now. Okay, so you can see DAI is a stable coin widely used in DeFi application, not counting Bitcoin and Ethereum, has spiked operate over the past 6 months. Okay, although with very low adoption, about 21,000 people currently hold the asset. So it hit a big number of 30,490. Right? So getting higher and higher as people know about it. Okay? So you can actually read up, actually it's a long article, right? But this is their main goal. What are they planning to do in the long run, right? For the following month, and of course, DeFi is really a huge promising project, right? A blockchain, all the blockchain field, right? They can be able to remove the market and also create a kind of impact for those investors and those people who are actually coin creators, people who are working in this blockchain field. They know that this is the right direction that we are moving. Okay, while the DeFi movement has many fans, some traders don't think they will move the needle of cryptocurrency adoption. Technology, I think, is needed. So we are looking here at the technology, right? How it actually changes the way we trade crypto, how the way we transact our money, our points, and everything will be changed, right? So this is to reduce a lot of restrictions from the government. That is their main goal actually, right? By using DeFi. So a lot of events like this are coming up, like, to educate people what is really happening in the market space. Right? So with that, I will end this point number 4. Okay, now taking a look at the crypto overall market. Currently, you can see BTC is at a loss of 0.11%, okay, sitting at 9,200 range. Looking at Ethereum at 0.59% loss at the moment. While other cryptos, you can see some are in the green, some in the red, and you can see altcoins like Chainlink have already broken the all-time high. Previously it was $5. And I did post some Chainlink as well. It's really a promising project. So for the developers, very, very promising. Right? As it calls the Oracle of blockchain solution. Right? So there are many projects out there that need to identify which altcoin actually is genuine and also serve the purpose and interest for the users and community. Okay, so you can see currently right now that many are in the red, especially Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, but other altcoins are in the green. So you can see altcoins are actually performing now, right, compared to the giant, right, BTC. Okay, now heading towards the market cap, see what's happening. Okay, market cap, you can see BTC dominance at 62.2%. Alright, market cap for the whole crypto is 273 billion, still very low. Okay, still early adoption, right, for this cryptocurrency space. And so here you can actually check the overall crypto market, right, coin market cap. And for those who are new, you can actually go through it, right? And then heading towards the crypto fear and greed index. Currently, we are sitting at 44, which means fear. People are having fear right now to invest. Yesterday also was fear, last week was fear, last month also was fear. So for those people who don't know what is this all about, this indicator you can see here. For those people, okay, for right now, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. There could be a buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means market is due for crash. So this is where you need to identify what is really happening. Right? Currently, we are in the fear situation. So this is a good time to actually look for buying opportunity instead of waiting and seeing what happens. Right? So this is the people here in the index. Now heading towards our last one, which is the Bitcoin and altcoin analysis. Okay, so I will be doing the altcoin analysis. Alright, so you can see what is happening. So for Monday, you can see it's total sideways.
Still in the green.
Yeah, green bar, so you can see. Right, this for Monday, but this shows just when you have that. So this zoom in. There's no way to zoom out. See here.
You have to scroll out from your mouse.
Okay, mouse scrolling. Okay.
Or you can minimize the price, the list on the right hand side.
Here.
Yeah.
Like this, right? Correct. Yeah. So basically, currently monthly, so the trends for monthly is still sideways. Right. Total, yeah, massive sideways seen from the last 4 here for the altcoin. Okay, so I hit to review and see much clearer view. Okay, briefly you can see they have sideways markets. And you can do this, you can draw this. Okay. Alright. So, but of course you can see weekly is forming higher high and higher low. But current trend right now, you can see the setup here is sideways ranging market. Okay, huge resistance here, trailing to break the okay. But of course, but it will be again ranging, and also depending on Bitcoin, how Bitcoin will perform. Okay, so as long as it can range here, we consider quite good. Because usually July, August is the worst month for crypto. Right, Bitcoin dropped easily about 30 to 50% during July, August. But if you are still holding on at 9,000, it's still considered quite solid, the support range there. Okay, so this is basically weekly, still sideways ranging market. Okay, but it's waiting to have a break very, very soon. Alright, going to be a massive break because the longer the sideways, the bigger the break. So break up, break down, then determines how Bitcoin is going to perform also. Okay, and basically you can see this is what's happening here. Right, it's forming this bullish, this pattern reversal here. Okay, I draw from here. Okay, so you can see Okay. This is like the pattern, right? Bullish pattern, bullish flag pattern, the pattern. Okay. So most likely from here, you can see most likely there will be a reversal to eventually go up here. All right, to see how, because it's already squeezing at this zone, right? Massive sideways. So most likely I will see there will be a break up for this zone, for this is daily zone. Okay, we need to H4 and see what's happening. Okay. So H4 you can see price is at still bearish down, massive sideways also, but this is the okay. You can see they have the next support is here. So this will be another crucial support here. So once let's say if it really breaks, so you might have a massive fall because this is the, you look at from right to left, you see that the previous pump was here. So the next critical support will be here. Alright, so altcoins will need to hold at least here to sustain in order to break up. So if not means what happens once it break down, then let's see the free fall already. From this previous chart, you can see here. For H4 is a huge pump previously. This was on when 6th of July. 6th of July, massive pump here. Okay? So altcoins here need to hold here. Right? For this current support. Okay? So likewise for end of the day, it all depends on BTC now. Okay? So we expect BTC also to make a push move short.